Hey guys, how's everyone doing? This video, I'm making it mainly to thank you all so much for sticking with me and sticking with my accent and all the weird shit that I put out. And yeah, I just hit like 100 subscribers like last night, I think, and I was really excited. I was like, whoa, 100 subscribers. Holy shit. It feels like I've been on YouTube for like no time at all, and I already have 100 subscribers, so I'm really happy, and I really want to thank you guys so much. And as part of thanking you guys, I want to tell you the story of my gaming career, my gaming life, or gaming background, whatever you want to call it. Like, how did I get into games and stuff like that. So to start with, I'm gonna start all the way back since I remember. Since I remember, I've always had a computer, and never in my life I remember not having a computer, not being able to rely on a computer for anything. And as a little kid, I would always watch my dad being on the computer all day long because he worked on the computer. That was his working tool. He was always on a computer. And I always wanted to do something on the computer. It was just so interesting to me. Didn't matter what it was. I just wanted to be. I didn't care if I was just typing random words, even though I didn't even know how to read or write. I just wanted to be in the computer. So I've always had this big interest in like computer and electronics in general. Later on, one day my dad came home with a new video card. I didn't even know what a video card was, and a new game that came with this video card. And it was a computer game. I was like, wow, a computer game. All I knew was consoles because my friends had consoles and they would play console games, but my parents would never let me get a console because who knows why. They have their weird reasons. I don't even remember. But this game was called Captain Claw. And probably very little of you have heard of this game. This game is about a cat, a pirate cat that is like a humanoid cat. Like it walks on two legs. That gets captured by the Spanish Armada, which is dogs, and gets put into a cell. In this cell, he finds a letter that tells them that there is like 9 gems or something like that that create an amulet of like I think it's like 9 lives. I don't even know exactly because I didn't even know English back then, and the game was in English. So um, yeah, for what I understand now is there you have to recover like 9 amulet, no, not 9 gems that go into an amulet that gives like 9 lives or that makes you immortal or something like that. And that was the whole story of the game, that you had to go through level by level, and it was like a 2D game that like you jump obstacles and kill things. And it was actually a pretty freaking hard game, believe it or not. And it actually took me, I never beat it. I still today I get on, I install it and play the game for like 2 hours, play till like level 10. There's 14 levels, and then get bored. Even though I could put I could put the effort into it to beat it, I just never beat the game, and it was too hard for me, especially as a little kid. So I played that for a really long time, and that's all I would play. Even though my friends and other people would like play console games, and I did play with them all the time. Uh, I always just I just loved playing on my computer. The thought of just playing on my computer was amazing to me. Um, about when I was 11 years old, I found out about Pokemon games, and I didn't find out about them like in the Game Boy. Like I knew they existed in the game, I just never touched them on a Game Boy. My parents just wouldn't buy me this kind of stuff. They could, they just wouldn't. I don't know why. But one time I went to a friend's house, and I was like really interested of finding other games for computer because at this time my dad also got a better computer. For after a really long time, my dad upgraded his computer, and I was really interested in what other games I could play. I had no idea about piracy. I had no idea about any of this kind of stuff like downloading for free or any of this. I just thought that you could just play games on the computer. That's all I knew in my young mind. Um, my friend had an emulator with Pokemon games, and I remember playing Pokemon Yellow, and I just had so much fun. And I played on the computer. I didn't play on the Game Boy. I played on the computer. So after that, I continued playing games and downloading more Pokemon games until I was like 14 years old, and I played every single game, beat every single game. In some of them, I went on the after game and tried to do like find all the legendaries and stuff, but that's not like so fun to me as it is as to like just go through the story. Um, yeah, after that, around the same time actually, when I was like between 12 and 13 years old, I got StarCraft. Again, I went to a friend's house. I was living in a pretty rich neighborhood, so my friend just dumped all his games on the bed, and he's like, pick the one you want and you can have it. And I was like, this game looks cool, so I picked up StarCraft, went to my house, installed it, and that game was the absolute best game that I played in my life at that time. I sat on the computer and started playing. My hand would shake. I would be so scared. Like I was so scared of Zergs that like whenever I would go like exploring into the dark map, I would be so scared. Like my hands would shake when being on the computer. I was 12 years old, and it was like the best experience that I've had in gaming, like impact that I could say that I've had in my life. Um, let's see, and that also got me into RTS games. I played Age of Mythology, Age of Empires. What are the games? Empire Earth. Empire Earth was an awesome game. So I got into the RTS scene, we could say, and so I played a bunch of like different games. So I would always go back to StarCraft. The first time I beat StarCraft was with cheat codes because I was so scared. I remember when I started the Zerg campaign, I was like, holy crap, I'm Zerg. I'm like, I kind of like lost this the feeling of fear of Zerg, and I was like so happy and excited. And then when I got to the Protoss campaign, I was like, holy shit, these guys are badasses. And from then on, I never ever stopped playing Protoss again. And till this day, I play Protoss. I'm not that great at StarCraft though, so don't ask me to make videos on StarCraft. I still click everything. I'm not that great with like multitasking and stuff like that. So after StarCraft 2, I came here when I was 13 years old. Of course, made my life here, learned English, made friends, and the console scene here is really, really big and really, really strong. Even bigger than my country. So what happens is that I was pushed into getting a console. So I saved up some money, and I got an Xbox, like the normal Xbox, back in 2004, 2005, I think I got it. When the 360 was already out, but you could still play the old one. So I got the old one on eBay for really, really cheap, I remember. And I got it with Halo 2. And that was like a big thing between my friends. They would always be talking about Halo 2. And I was like, what's Halo 2? I'm going to check it out. I would go to their house and play it for a little bit.
Oh, shit.
And then I would be really bad at it because since I never played I did play console, but I never owned my own console. I was really, really bad with the controllers until this day. I'm horrible with controllers. I can't stand playing with a controller. And I'm inverted with a controller, so it makes it even worse too. So, and they would kick my ass. Like I'm talking about like 100-0, 50-0. It was ridiculous. And I got my own console and we started playing. And of course, since my parents wouldn't give me anything for gaming, I had to pay for my own shit. I couldn't pay for Xbox Live, so I got this thing called Xbox Connect that you connect your Xbox to your computer through LAN, and it uses the internet in your computer to connect with other people that had the same program. I don't know if you guys get it, but it's like a private server, but it's nothing illegal about it because it's like playing a LAN game. That's what it was. And I played that with my friends every single day. Like they would come over every day for probably for a year, and we would play that every single game. And it was the first social gaming experience that I had in my life, and it felt really good. And just thinking about it makes me really happy, and I'm really happy that I had that experience with my friends, and we actually bonded so close together, and we ended up moving in together when we turned 18. So what happened after Halo 2? After Halo 2, there was a gap in which I didn't even care about my Xbox anymore. Of course, I went back to the computer and I started playing a lot of like free-to-play games because I started to understand more what piracy was. To me, it was stupid that you had to pay for stuff. Still is stupid that you had to pay for stuff, even for a while. But I started deciding to like move away from the piracy and trying to buy my own games, play my own games. But since I didn't have any money, I just played a bunch of free to play games. In between of them was Last Chaos, with which I played with my friends too. And so I got into the MMO Tibia. Tibia was in between there. Tibia is a really old school MMO. Is it an MMO? It's an RPG for sure. But I got into the MMORPG. Of course, I heard about World of Warcraft a long time since when it came out because I was into the Blizzard community. I knew a lot about StarCraft. I read a lot about StarCraft. I knew about Warcraft. I tried Warcraft out a couple times, but still, Age of Empires was like my medieval style game of choice. It wasn't Warcraft. It was Age of Empires. I just like that more than that. But I switched my way of thinking later on. But that was it. I heard World of Warcraft, but I knew there was a fee, a monthly fee, so I knew I wouldn't be able to pay for that. I had no idea that existed private servers. Never even played a private server either. So what happens is that for a long time I jumped from one game to another, trying them out, until one day, in art class with my best friend, I remember at the time. We were talking about this game because we were playing together and we were so excited. We would talk about it all day. So we were in art class. This was junior year. And we were playing this game and talking about it. And some kid comes from a different table to talk to us because our art class was pretty open. Like, anyone could be anywhere. Like, you didn't have to sit in one place. So what happened is this kid just comes into our conversation and he's like, "Hey, are you guys talking about World of Warcraft?" And I'm like, "Oh no, hell no!" And we're like talking shit on World of Warcraft and shit, like we knew what it is and shit. And that kid starts talking to us like every day and starts comparing things of World of Warcraft with the free-to-play games that we're playing. That was Last Chaos. And then one day I remember it was my birthday. He's like, "I have a present for you." I'm like, "What is it?" And he gives me like an old smushed up like World of Warcraft box. I'm like, "Cool, I'll try it out, but I'm probably not gonna play it because I know it sucks." Thinking that I know I know what the game is. I go home, I install it. I don't play it that day because it's my birthday. I went out with my friends and shit. And I come back the next day and I stop playing. The first thing I make is a Torrent Warrior. So I'm like, okay, Torrent Warrior, blah blah blah. And I level it to level 5, and then I talked to him. It was MySpace. That time was a big thing. So I talked to him on MySpace, and I'm like, "I can't talk to you, dude. I'm typing your name. I can't talk to you." And he's like, "Let's see what's going on." And then he's like, "You are Horde. Like you can't talk to me because I'm Alliance." I'm like, "What? I didn't understand. What the hell is this?" And I'm like, "Well, that's stupid. Well, all the freaking Alliance characters look stupid to me. They look like wimpy bitches." And I didn't want to make an Alliance. So, but I ended up making an Alliance. The first character that I made was a Knight of... Of course, everyone that makes a first character in Alliance makes a Knight of. It was a Knight of Warrior. So, first character I play, it was a Knight of Warrior. Of course, I had no idea about questing because since I was playing a lot of free-to-play games, it was all about grinding mobs. So I grinded all the way to level 20 just by killing mobs and like trying to explore and see how I can get to the next place. But I didn't take any quests or anything. I just was just grinding mobs and mobs and mobs and mobs. So how did I get into the Hunter? Because the Hunter is my main. I like to call my Hunter my main, my oldest character. My Warrior, I dumped at level 20 and never played it again. But then one of my good friends came over. One of my friends that would come over every day and play Halo with me. But since we haven't played Halo for a long time, we'll just chill and like watch TV or like watch videos and stuff. That time I was playing the game and I was playing WoW, and he's like, "Oh, I want to try it out." I'm like, "Sure, try it out. Make a new character." I'm already bored with it. I'm like level 20 and it's freaking hard to level because I wasn't doing any quests. and and I wasn't even using skills, because in the games that I was playing, it's like you just right click on the mob, auto attack, and then just click on one skill once in a while. So I wasn't even hitting skills. So I was like almost dying hitting a mob and then having to eat and stuff. So I was also running out of money, and it was just really frustrating to me because I wasn't playing the game right. Also, I hated reading, and I kind of do still. Actually, I read a lot more now, but I didn't read anything back then. Not the chat, not anything. Like not my skill, my stats, not anything. I just wanted to play the game and just kill shit. So my friend, my really good friend, he read like the little manual that came with the box, and he read it's like, I think I'm gonna make a hunter. So he makes a dwarf hunter. I didn't see the dwarf area yet because I didn't want to make a dwarf because it just didn't sound cool to me. So he makes a dwarf hunter, and he levels it all the way up to 12 that same day by questing. I was like, holy shit, you just level like super fast. And it's like, yeah, you got a quest, dude. He says right here the quests are good and blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, I don't read anything. So he gets a character to level 12 on the same day that he plays, and it took me like 3 or 4 days to get to level 20 or more. I don't even remember. It was hard though. I remember it was hard. And yeah, that's what happened. And then I started questing from then on. I actually kept leveling that character that was supposed to be both of our characters. It was supposed to be he plays it when he comes here, and then I play it. So after that, what happens? I kept leveling my hunter, and well, of course, it's unfortunate what happened, but what happened is that I went like completely antisocial at that time. I like would like go to school, sleep at school. Yeah, I would sleep at school, then I would go home and play WoW all night from the time I get home to school to the time that I leave to school, and then I would sleep my first 2 periods of school, and I would sleep in the bus. So on the way there and the way back, and sometimes I would take a nap when I got home, and that's gonna it. After that, I would just play the freaking game the whole day, trying to get to level 60. Well, it was Burning Crusade, but I was trying to get to level 60 and then level 70. Of course, I wanted to keep paying for the game, so I looked for a job and tried to get a job so I could play the game. Fortunately, my grandma has a cleaning company, so I get to work with her, and I get to work on my own schedule. But unfortunately, my own schedule was limited to only working overnight. So I was working Friday nights because I didn't have school the next day. So Friday nights was the only night I was working just so I could pay the game, and it was just enough to pay the game every month. So yeah, and that's how my WoW career or my WoW experience started. So I think I'm caught up to that. I'm not gonna talk about the games that I'm playing lately, except for Borderlands 2. I just started playing Borderlands 2, having a lot of fun with it. I don't know if I'm gonna record anything on it, but I am having a lot of fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little story time. And so yeah, you guys take care. Good hunting.